12th semester 3, chapter The Bet. The Bet, written by Anton Chekhov, and it was translated by Constant Gurnet. Okay. So who was Anton Chekhov at first? Anton Chekhov was born in 1860 and was died in 1904. He was a Russian playwright and story writer, short story writer. Okay, Anton Chekhov was a short story writer, and this Bet, it is a short story written by Anton Chekhov. The short story writer, considered one of the greatest writers of the late 19th and early 20th century. He was considered the greatest writers of the late 19th and early 20th century. His works are known for their subtle character development, poignant observations of human nature, and a blend of humor and melancholy. Chekhov's writing often explored themes of social isolation, disillusionment, and the complexities of human relationships. He is a master of the short story form, known for his economy of language and ability to create vivid and memorable characters in just a few pages. So let's see about the text. What does the text says? Okay, the Bet explores several complex themes, including the nature of freedom, the meaning of life, and the value of material wealth. Bet किस चीज़ को एक्सप्लोर करता है? Bet बहुत सारे complex themes को वो करता है, एक्सप्लोर करता है. बहुत सारे complex themes Bet पे मिलेंगे हम लोगों को, including nature of freedom, freedom का nature, freedom of nature, nature of freedom यहाँ पे देखने को मिलेगा. Meaning of लाइफ यहाँ पे देखने को मिलेगी. एंड द वैल्यू ऑफ मटेरियल वेल्थ, पैसा का क्या वैल्यू है वो भी यहाँ पे हम लोगों को देखने को मिलेगा. The story raises questions about what truly constitutes a fulfilling existence. स्टोरी इस चीज़ को ये स्टोरी ऐसा क्वेश्चन रेज करती है कि what truly constitutes a fulfilling existence. Is it physical freedom? क्या ये physical freedom है या ये intellectual pursuit? Intellectual pursuit means knowledge. और द एक्यूमुलेशन ऑफ रिचेस, और जो एक रिचेस मनी यानी जो पैसा कलेक्ट करके रखा है इंसानों ने वो, या फिजिकल फ्रीडम, फिजिकली फ्रीडम रहना, किसी के भी कैद में ना रहना, इनमें से क्या है, क्या ये स्टोरी क्या दर्शाना चाहती है वो पूछा गया है. इन तीनों में से कुछ दर्शाना चाहती है बोल के. Chekhov uses the extreme situation of the Bet to examine the psychological impact of isolation and transformative power of knowledge. The story also delves into the themes of pride. Pride in the case here is command, regret, and the ultimate contempt for worldly possessions when faced with existential questions. The banker's initial arrogance and the lawyer's acceptance of the Bet both stem from a certain kind of pride. ये जो बैंकर का फर्स्ट में जो एक एटीट्यूड है, जो गुस्सा वाला जो एक एरोगेंस है उसके पास, वो, और लॉयर ने जो बेट एक्सेप्ट किया वो, उन दोनों में जो एक उन दोनों में जो एक मैनर हमको यहाँ पे दिख रहा है. कुछ जल्दी इम्पल्स भी यहाँ पे है, कुछ जल्दी वो लोग जल्दी ही कुछ भी डिसीजन ले लेते हैं. ठीक है, तो ऐसा कुछ यहाँ पे दिखने को मिल रहा है. बट बोथ स्टेम फ्रॉम अ सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ प्राइड. ये दोनों ने जो भी किया, एक ने बेट लगाया और दूसरे ने बेट एक्सेप्ट किया. ठीक है, ये दोनों किसी ना किसी प्रकार के घमंड से रिलेटेड है, किसी न किसी प्रकार का एक घमंडी है जो उन्होंने ये चीज़ किया, which is ultimately challenged or overturned by the lawyer's profound transformation. The story leaves the reader pondering the true meaning of happiness and the sacrifices people make in pursuit. The present text has been translated from Russian by Constance Garnet. ये जो एंटोन चेखव का ये जो बेट है, ये द बेट है, ये इसको ट्रांसलेट किया गया था एक रशियन, ट्रांसलेटेड फ्रॉम रशियन. ओके, रशियन से ट्रांसलेट किया था. कॉन्स्टेंट गार्नेट एक इंसान का नाम है. रशियन लैंग्वेज में इस टेक्स्ट को उन्होंने लिखा था. सो इस टेक्स्ट को रशियन लैंग्वेज में जब उन्होंने लिखा था तब उसको ट्रांसलेट किया था एंटोन चेखव ने इंग्लिश में. किसने लिखा था ट्रांसलेट रशियन में? किसने लिखा था? कॉन्स्टेंस गार्नेट ने लिखा था. दिस इज इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. Now, the death penalty is more inhuman. The death penalty is more than more human. Sorry, the death penalty is more human than imprisonment for life. Death penalty is more human than imprisonment for life, because death penalty यहाँ पे ऊपर पे जो लिखा है ये दर्शाता है कि पूरी लाइफ इम्प्रिजन में रहने से अच्छा, पूरी लाइफ इम्प्रिजन में रह के लास्ट में मरना ही है। इतनी साल दुख कष्ट सहकर जीने से अच्छा लास्ट में मरना ही है। वो भी मैं जीवित तो नहीं रहूँगी, अमर तो नहीं रहूँगी, लास्ट में मैं मरूँगी। तो उससे अच्छा तो ये होगा कि हम मर जाए, कि बार में मर जाए। तो ऊपर पे ये लिखा हुआ है। It was a dark autumn night. तो वो रात क्या थी? Dark autumn night थी वो रात. It is a mean question that can be come in the MCQ. It was a dark autumn night. What night was that when the bed took place? It was a dark autumn night. The old banker was walking up and down his study and remembering how 15 years before he had given a party one autumn evening. So what is the old banker thinking while walking up and down his study? He was while walking up and down his study, he was remembering that 15 years before he had given a party one autumn evening. At one autumn evening, where what he have given a party. Okay, there had been many clever men there, and there had been interesting conversations. So what was there? There had been many clever men. Okay, there were many clever men over there in the party, and there were many interesting conversations done between them all. There were many clever men, and what was there? What was having over there in the party? They were having many interesting conversations. Among other things, they had talked of capital punishment. So among other things, what they have talked of? They have talked of capital punishment. Capital punishment in the case means, capital punishment means to what that guillotine or something it's called in historical language. फांसी लगाना, राइट? फांसी लगाना और मार देना, किसी को मार देना. लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट यानी लाइफ भर जो जेल में प्रिजन में बैठता है. और कैपिटल पनिशमेंट का मतलब यहाँ पे कि उसको लाइफ मार देना, एक ही बार में उसको मार देना, मृत्यु की सजा, मृत्यु दंड. कैपिटल पनिशमेंट मीन्स मृत्यु दंड. The majority of the guests, among whom were many journalists and intellectual men, disapproved of the death penalty. So वहाँ पे कौन कौन थे? वहाँ पे majority of the guests, जितने सारे guests थे, the more the guests were there, among whom there were some were journalists and some were intellectual men, some were highly knowledgeable men were even there, were disapproved of death penalty. What were they disapproved of? They were disapproved of, intellectual men and many journalists were disapproved of death penalty, because majority of guests, among whom journalists and intellectual men, majority of the guests is disapproved of death penalty. They don't think that death penalty is good punishment. Okay, in the majority of guests who are more focused over there is journalists and intellectual men. Okay, they all were disapproved of the death penalty. They considered that form of punishment out of death immoral and unsuitable for Christian states. What does they consider? They considered that form of punishment, this type of punishment out of death and immoral and unsuitable for Christian state. They think that they are not the God, right? They are not the God to take someone's life. As if we will make someone dead, okay, if we will make someone dead, if we will give someone a capital punishment, he is died. After giving the capital punishment, he is completely died, and after that we came to know that he didn't have done any mistakes for what he is getting the punishment, but he is gone now. So can we give him birth again, or can we bring him back again in the world? No, we cannot bring him back again in the world. So if we will make some people die, which only God can do. Okay, we are only humans. We cannot take someone's life. So if we cannot take someone's life, we also cannot give someone a life. Then we should not take someone's life. So what here is telling that this type of immoral and out of date punishment should not be given to a Christian state. It is completely unsuitable for a Christian state. In the opinion of some of them, the death penalty ought to be replaced everywhere by imprisonment of life. in opinion of some of them, so in that majority of people says that penalty, a capital punishment, is not the one that should be suitable for Christian state. But in that majority of people also, some of them gave opinion that death penalty should be replaced with imprisonment for life. Death penalty is not suitable for Christian state, so a life imprisonment for life can be replaced with that death penalty, because they think that imprisonment of life, if they have not done any mistakes and they have given a punishment for imprisonment of life, then they can become out from the prison, right? They can become out from the prison when they are proved innocent, and they can live their life further. It is surely that they will lose some years or maybe some months of their life, but they will get back their life. They will not lose their life. They will get back to their families, right? In imprisonment for life, if they are proven innocent. If not, then also they can live the life very in learning new things in prison, like we are able to learn new things. So I don't agree with you, said their host, the banker. So one voice is raising over there of the banker. The host, who was the host, banker hosted the program. From here we came to know that the banker hosted this program. Okay, the banker hosted this program, this party. So the banker did not agree with them. Because the banker think that imprisonment for life is not better than death penalty. Death penalty is better than imprisonment of life, because at once you are gone. You don't have to be punished daily. You don't have to get pain, get troubles daily. In prison you will have to, said the banker. I have not tried either the death penalty or imprisonment for life, but if one may judge a priori, the death penalty is more. The death penalty is what the death penalty is. The death penalty is more moral and more human than imprisonment for life. What does he say is that he have not tried either the death penalty or imprisonment for life. Neither he was died, neither he got the death penalty or capital punishment, nor he was captured in a prison for life. Okay, he did not have experienced imprisonment for life, how it could be, or not the death penalty of how it could be. But if one may judge a priori, but if here on the basis, a priori means a Latin term. The Latin term means without empirical evidence के बिना जो एक होता है उसको Latin term है priori means. Okay, here on the basis of the theory rather than experience. Okay, in the basis of the theory rather than experience. Here a priori means he have not experienced something, but in the basis of theory, what he want to say was, may judge in the basis of theory that death penalty is more human than a life for imprisonment. What does he say is that death penalty is more moral and more human than imprisonment for life. More moral and more human than imprisonment for life. Okay, what does the banker is telling over here? Banker is telling that capital punishment is more moral and more human, more justice and more human than imprisonment for life, if I have to judge that in the theoretical base. Okay, not in the experiential base, but in theoretical base. What he is telling that death penalty is more moral and more human than imprisonment for life. What does the banker thinks now? The banker thinks that capital punishment kills a man at once. Okay, capital punishment kills a man at once, but lifelong imprisonment kills him slowly. So what is the banker is thinking? That if the banker's thought is that capital punishment, that penalty will kill the man at once and he will be finished. He will be going to heaven or hell, whatever he will be going to. He will be finished in one time. He will not be getting much pain day by day. But lifelong imprisonment kills him slowly. After it, he have to die only. So what he thinks is that lifelong imprisonment kills him slowly, painfully. Okay, it will be a terrible death. Lifelong imprisonment imprisonment will be a terrible death according to him, comparing to the capital punishment or death penalty. Which executioner is the more human, he who kills you in few minutes, or he who drags the life out of you in the course of many years? So what is he telling over here? Which executioner is the more human? वो जो सज़ा दे रहा है वो कौन सा ज़्यादा ह्यूमन है? वो जो तुम लोगों को एक ही बार में फ्यू मिनट्स में तुम लोगों को मार के तुम्हारी ज़िंदगी ख़त्म कर देगा, तुम्हें आराम दे देगा मार के, या वो जो तुम्हें पूरे ईयर जितने भी साल तुम जी रहे हो वो पूरा साल का तुम्हारा जितना भी ईयर्स है उन सारे ईयर्स तुम्हें तड़पा के मारेगा? कौन सा एग्जीक्यूशनर ज़्यादा ह्यूमन है? वो ये क्वेश्चन कर रहा है वहाँ बैठे पार्टी में बैठे लोगों को. Both are equally moral, observed one of the guests, for they both have the same object, to take away life. अब what happened here is एक इंसान आया, एक वहाँ पे एक इंसान पार्टी में एक आवाज़ आया कि जिसने कहा कि दोनों के दोनों ही मोरल है, दोनों के दोनों ही इमोरल इन द केस वो नहीं है, अच्छे नहीं है, दोनों के दोनों ही इनजस्टिस के बराबर है, क्योंकि एक गेस्ट ने ये ऑब्जर्व किया दोनों के दोनों ही मोरल है क्योंकि उन दोनों का ऑब्जेक्ट सेम है. एक ही बार में जो मारता है डेथ पेनल्टी, जो एक ही बार में मारता है, लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट जो भी तड़पा के हो तो मारेगा ही मारेगा ना, जिंदा तो कोई भी नहीं रहेगा, टू टेक अवे लाइफ. सो व्हाट द थिंग ऑब्जर्व दैट, व्हाट दैट पर्सन ऑब्जर्व दैट कि चाहे कैसे भी हो दोनों का ऑब्जेक्ट तो सेम ही है ना, दोनों का ऑब्जेक्ट लाइफ को लेना है, लाइफ को मारना है, लाइफ को इस दुनिया से लेके जाना ही है दोनों का ऑब्जेक्ट. द स्टेट इज़ नॉट गॉड, द वन पर्सन देयर ऑब्जर्व देयर, द स्टेट इज़ नॉट गॉड, स्टेट गॉड नहीं है, इट हैज़ नॉट द राइट टू टेक अवे व्हाट इट कैन नॉट रिस्टोर व्हेन इट वांट्स टू. एज आई टोल्ड बिफोर दैट स्टेट गॉड नहीं है. वैसे यहाँ पे एक जो एक इंसान यहाँ पे बात कर रहे हैं, अभी उन इंसान का नाम यहाँ पे नहीं दिया गया है, पर ये जो इंसान यहाँ पे बात कर रहे हैं वो एक यंग लॉयर होता है, ठीक है, जो 25 ईयर्स का होता है. इससे वो कहता है कि स्टेट भगवान तो नहीं है कि जब चाहे वो हमारा लाइफ ले ले और जब हम वापस आना चाहे तो वो हमें लाइफ नहीं दे सकती. वो यहाँ पे वो क्या कहता है कि स्टेट के पास कोई भी राइट नहीं है कि वो हमारा लाइफ हमसे छीन ले, एंड जबकि ये प्रूव हो जाए कि मैं गलत नहीं होता, वो हमें अपना लाइफ मुझे वापस नहीं लौटा सकता, तो उसके पास कोई भी हक नहीं बनता है कि वो मेरे लाइफ मुझसे छीन ले, ठीक है. तो व्हाट डज दिस वांट टू टेल इज़ दैट कि जो लाइफ वो मुझे वापस नहीं दे सकता, जब मैं इनोसेंट प्रूव हो जाऊँ, तो जब मैं गलत प्रूव हो रहा हूँ तब वो लाइफ लेने का उसके पास कोई भी हक नहीं है. Among the guests was a young lawyer, a young man of 5 and 20. When he was asked his opinion, he said the death sentence and the life sentence are equally immoral. But if I had to choose between the death penalty and imprisonment for life, I would certainly choose the second. To live anyway is better than not to live. So what does the among the guests, the word both are equally immoral, observed one of the guests. So who was one of the guests? He was a young lawyer. He was a young lawyer. Okay, who was the guest? He was a young lawyer. He was a young lawyer, a young man of 5 and 20. 5 and 20 here indicates he was of 25 years old. Okay, 5 and 20 here means 25 years old. And when he was asked his opinion by others in the party, people asked him what was his opinion. Okay, then what he said is that the death sentence and the life sentence are equally immoral. He said that this death sentence and life sentence, this both are equally immoral, and but these both are immoral. Okay, he thinks these both are immoral, but if the lawyer had to choose any one between them, okay, in death penalty and in imprisonment life, if the young lawyer had to choose anyone between them, what he was going to choose is imprisonment for life. What he was going to choose was imprisonment for life. Okay, I would certainly choose the second. Imprisonment for life. He was going to choose imprisonment for life if he was forced to choose, or if he would have to choose that, then he will choose imprisonment for life. Because what he thinks is that to live anyhow is better than not at all. He thinks that कि जैसे भी मैं जीऊँ एटलीस्ट मैं जी तो सकती हूँ, जैसे भी मैं जीऊँ एटलीस्ट मैं जी तो सकती हूँ. ये उसका एक टाइप ऑफ कोड था ये। वो समझता था कि लाइफ पूरी तरह ना जीने से अच्छा है, मर जाने से अच्छा है, मैं जैसे भी हूँ मैं जीऊँ तो जीऊँ लाइफ। That was its thought. Okay, to live anyhow is better than not at all. This line was told by the lawyer. Then a lively discussion arose. The banker, who was younger and more nervous in those days, was suddenly carried by excitement. He struck the table with his fist and shouted at the young man. Okay, when the lively discussion arose, the banker, who was banker was young at that time. Okay, maybe not more young than the lawyer, but he was young. His age is not mentioned over here, but he was also young and more nervous in those days. He was young, but he was more nervous in those days. Was suddenly carried away by excitement. Okay, मतलब what type of his nature was very impulsive. His nature was impulsive because his nature was impulsive. That was he just suddenly take a decision. He was younger. That's why he suddenly takes a decision. If someone challenged it, he was thinking that he was challenging his words. So he struck. Okay, he struck the table. उसने क्या किया, टेबल पे जोर जोर से मारा, टेबल को डक 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 ऐसा किया टेबल को। उसके बाद उसने कहा कि उसने यंग मैन के ऊपर शाउट किया। ठीक है, एक्साइटमेंट की वजह से उसने यंग मैन के ऊपर शाउट किया। और उस शाउटेड वॉइस में उसने क्या कहा, इट्स नॉट ट्रू, आई विल बेट यू 2 million यू वुड नॉट स्टे इन सॉलिटरी कन्फाइनमेंट फॉर 5 years। ये सच नहीं है, मैं तुमको 2 million दूंगा इफ़ तुम सॉलिटरी कन्फाइनमेंट में 5 साल भी इफ़ तुम रुक सके, 5 साल भी तुम सॉलिटरी कन्फाइनमेंट में इफ़ रह सके तो मैं तुम्हें 2 million ऑफर करूँगा। 5 साल रुक के देखो, ये वो कहता है। ठीक है, बैंकर कहता है सॉलिटरी कन्फाइनमेंट मीन्स नो वन विल गो और कम ओवर देयर, इट इज़ अलोन कन्फाइनमेंट, अलोन प्रिजनमेंट, नो फ्रेंड्स, नो talkings, no belongings will be there with him. Solitary confinement means single confinement, no one, एकले मतलब एकला बैठना है उसको, अकेला बैठना है। He would not come out of the confinement for 5 years. Okay, that was the bet which was proposed by the banker, and the bet was of 2 million. The primary bet was of only 5 years. Okay, primary bet was of 5 years. But if you mean that in earnest, said the young man, I will take the bet, but I would not stay 5 but 15 years. So they both were young. So what they think was that they are the one who can do everything. So that was their thinking. So what did they do over here is, what did the lawyer do here is, in earnest what he did that he will take the bet. He said that he will take the bet, but he would not only stay for 5 years, but he will stay for 15 years. He said that. Okay, 5 years was okay, right? If he won 2 million, then he should stay for 5 years. That will be fine. The challenge would also have been accepted. What was the sense that he took 15 years to show his proposed to show his that excitement? Why did he choose 15 years? 15 done, cried the banker. Gentlemen, I stake 2 million. So the banker cried here, means he did not cry. The banker said in a loud voice that 15, okay, done, gentlemen, I stake you 2 million. He said, okay, he said that the banker said that 15 years, okay, done, I stake you 2 million. If you will stay for 15 years, I will give you 2 million. He said that. Okay, agreed, you stake your millions and I take my freedom, said the young man. Now the young man said that you will stake your million and I will stake my freedom. He is giving his freedom for 15 years and the banker is giving his millions, 2 millions. And this wild, senseless bet was carried out. And this wild and senseless, there is no sense of doing this bet, right? So this was carried out. This bet was carried out. The banker, spoiled and frivolous with millions beyond his reckoning, was delighted at the bet. The banker is spoiled and frivolous. Frivolous here means light-hearted to the point of being a bit silly. Okay, frivolous means कुछ भी डिसीजन ले लेना, कुछ भी डिसीजन ले लेना, नथिंग, मतलब कुछ सेंस के बिना कुछ भी डिसीजन ले लेते हैं जल्दी में, उसको फ्रिवोलस कहा जाता है. Beyond his reckoning, was delighted at the wit. Okay, at supper he made fun of the young man and said, think better of it, young man, while there is still time." So what is he telling that to the young man at supper? Supper means during their dinner. Okay, during their dinner or maybe their lunch, something. Maybe I think it is their dinner, because that was autumn evening, right? Dark autumn evening when we started the chapter. It was dark autumn night, so maybe their supper be a dinner. So what he made a fun of the young man at the supper. During the supper he made a fun of the young man and said, "Think better of it, young man, while there is still time." He is telling that there is still more time. Think better of it. To me 2 millions is a trifle. To me 2 millions is a trifle. This is the most important line over here. But you are losing 3 or 4 of the best years of your life. What is the banker telling, making his fun, that 2 million for him, 2 million for the banker is a trifle. Trifle here means all the small seemingly insignificant details. Okay, trifle means ये उसके लिए कुछ भी नहीं है, trifle है. Millions are just a trifle for me means ये जो मिलियंस पैसे उसके पास है ये उसके लिए कुछ भी नहीं है. दैट वॉज नथिंग फॉर हिम. ही कैन गिव दैट टू द इवन टू अ बेगर लाइक दैट ओनली. नथिंग. 2 million was nothing for that person because he was very very rich. So he is telling that 2 million was nothing for him, but you, the lawyer, was going to lose his 3 or 4 of the best years of life. Okay. I say 3 or 4 because you want to stay longer. So 3 or 4 here used 3 or 4. 3 or 4 was he used that because he thinks that, because the banker thinks that he would not stay longer than 3 or 4 years. 15 was too much. Don't forget either, you unhappy man, that voluntary confinement is a great deal harder to bear than compulsory. So what he is telling that कि ये कभी भी मत भूलना तुम, यू अनहैप्पी मैन, तुम मतलब अनहैप्पी मैन मीन्स पैसा के लिए लालच करने वाले मैन में भी वॉज टेलिंग दैट ये कभी भी मत भूलना कि वॉल्यूंटरी कन्फाइनमेंट एक बहुत ग्रेट डील है, हार्डर टू बियर देन कंपल्सरी. कंपल्सरी तुमको ये करना ही पड़ेगा, इससे तुम्हारे लिए बहुत मुश्किल बड़ा भी हो सकता है. ये मत भूलना तुम, ये कह रहा है वो उसको. The thought that you have right to step out in liberty at any moment will poison your whole existence in prison. I am sorry for you. He is telling that he is sorry for him. The banker is sorry for the lawyer, and he is telling that to the lawyer that if lawyer would step out, if lawyer will step out, if lawyer want to step out before the time, before 15 years, even 1 minute before of the 15 years, if he will come out of that prison, then it will his whole existence in prison. If he will stay for 15 years, but the day before 15 years is completing, he will get out of the prison, then his whole existence in prison will be a wastage. Okay, that will not be counted if he will not complete whole 15 years. And now the banker walking to and fro, he and remembered all this and asked himself. So walking here and there, the banker, we were before 15 years over here. Okay, in this whole passage, where were we were in before 15 years. This was section 1. Okay, section 1, we were in section 1 over here. Section 1, in the case we have learned what happened 15 years before. He was this is a round character, or the we just we will change, something will change. Okay, time will we are in flashback. At first we were in the flashback 15 years. Okay, the banker was when talking about here and there, and he was thinking that, and that was 15 years below, when he was thinking that 15 years ago, the thing with what has happened 15 years ago, he was thinking of that. But in this sentence, walking now, and now the banker walking to and fro, here he comes to his present life. From this sentence he enters to his present life after 15 years. Okay, so walking here and there, what he asked to himself was that, what was the object of the bet? See the change after 15 years. After 15 years, what is he thinking? That what was the object of the bet? What is the good in that man losing his 15 years of life and my throwing away 2 millions? As he is quite old enough now, that he is quite mature enough to think that what was the object of the bet, what is good in that, what is good of that man losing his 15 whole years of his life, and what was his object to throw 2 million. He is thinking that, as he was quite mature at that time after 15 years. Can it prove that the death penalty is better or worse than imprisonment for life? So what he is thinking, that can it prove that death penalty is better or worse than imprisonment of life? No, it cannot. Okay, it cannot, because if one person can stay, then it cannot be proved that death penalty is better than the worse, better or worse than imprisonment for life, because the person who is getting that punishment, if he wants to die, he would like death penalty. If he wants to live anyhow, then he like imprisonment for life. That depends on the person who is getting the punishment. Like so the person who is lawyer, who is taking the punishment, he cannot prove that that penalty or life imprisonment is better than anything. It was all nonsensical and meaningless. Yes, it was all nonsensical and meaningless. On my part, it was the caprice of a pampered man, and on his part, simple greed for money. What is he telling? That on his part, on the part of banker, it was a caprice of a pampered man. Caprice means a sudden and an unaccountable change of mood or behavior, as he have impulsive manner, impulsive nature. What he is now telling to himself, that it is a caprice of a pampered man. His mood change, behavior change, and from his part, it is a simple greed for money. He wants money, that's why he is doing that. He is telling that. Okay, so then he remembered what followed that evening. So he remembered that what followed in that evening. It means that what happened in that evening, he was remembering that. Okay, it was decided that the young man should spend the years of his captivity under the strictest supervision in one of the lodges in the banker's garden. So what was decided in that evening, that it was decided that the young man should have spent all 15 years of his captivity under the very strict supervision in one of the lodge in banker's garden. In banker's garden, there was one lodge where he would have to stay for 15 years. Okay, that was decided in that supper. Then it was agreed that for 15 years he should not be free to cross the threshold of the lodge to see human beings, to hear the voice or to receive letters and newspapers. This is a very, very, very important line. Okay, it was agreed that for 15 years he should not be cross the threshold of the lodge. He should not cross that door of the lodge, threshold of the lodge, the boundary where he was given the boundary, that he would not have crossed go out of the lodge. So he was that threshold of the lodge he cannot cross, or he cannot even see human beings, he cannot even hear human voices, or he also cannot receive letters and newspapers. Okay, he cannot receive letters and newspapers, he cannot hear human's voice, and you cannot also see human beings. He was allowed to have a musical instrument and books, and was allowed to write letters, to drink wine and smoke. What was he allowed to? He was allowed to have a musical instrument, he was allowed to have books, allowed to write letters, allowed to drink wine and to smoke. He was allowed to do all that things. By the terms of agreement, the only relation he could have with the outer world were by the little window. There was a little window made only for that for that object, that he would have, if anything he wants from the outer world, then he would write a small note in the small note and would pass that from a little window made purposely for that object only. He might have anything he wanted, like books, music, wines, and so on, in any quantity he desired by writing an order. In any quantity, like he want 1200 book, he wants 1600 book, he want 2 books, whatever quantity it is, whatever quantity and whatever quality of it is, whatever he will desire, he will get from that window if he will write. But he cannot talk or to see human beings, receive letters, after except that things, whatever he want, like books and all, music, wine, in any quantity he will order by writing a letter, he will receive that through a window. He will receive them only through a window. Okay, only through a window. The agreement provided for every detail and every trifle that would make his imprisonment strictly solitary, and bound the young man to stay there exactly for 15 years, beginning from 12 o'clock, of November 14, beginning of 12 o'clock of November 14, 1870, and ending at 12 o'clock November 14, 1885. So, when was the bet actually started? The bet was actually started from 12 o'clock of November 14, 1870, and it was going to end at 12 o'clock November 14, 1885. The slightest attempt on his part to break the conditions, if only 2 minutes before the end, also, if he came out of the imprisonment, then the banker will be released from that obligation, from that bet, to pay him 2 millions. Okay, you would not have to pay to him 2 millions if the lawyer will come out before 2 minutes to the end. Okay. For the first year of confinement, as far as one could judge from his brief notes, the prisoner suffered severely from loneliness and depression. From his brief notes, one person can judge that in his first year of confinement, he was suffering severely from loneliness and depression. He was suffering from loneliness and depression in his first year. It can be judged from his brief notes. The sound of the piano could be heard continually day and night from his lodge. The sound of the piano could be heard continually day and night from his lodge during the first year. Okay, in the first year he refused wine and tobacco, because wine, he wrote, excites the desire. Wine, if he will drink wine, he will think he desires something. Desires are the worst foes of prisoner. He thinks that desires are the worst enemies of the prisoner. So he will come with the desire to go out of the lodge. So what he did, he refused wine and tobacco in the first year, and the sound of the piano could be continually day by day heard in the lodge. Okay. Nothing could be dreary than drinking good wine and seeing no one. He thinks that nothing can be that much harmful, nothing can be that much dangerous, to see no one, and to see no one after drinking a good wine. Okay, and tobacco spoiled the air of his room. He was in a small room, so he thinks that tobacco will spoil the air of the room, and he cannot live longer. So in the first year, the books he sent for were principally of light character. In the first year, he desired of the books of principally of light character, novels with a complicated love plot and sensational and fantastic stories. He wants sensational and fantastic stories. With the novels with a complicated love plot and having a light character. in the second year what happened was that the piano, which in the first year he was playing day and night continually, in the second year the piano was completely silent in the lodge. He did not use piano, he did not play piano in the second year. And the prisoner asked only for the classics. In the second year, what is the prisoner asked? In the second year, the prisoner asked only for the classic and avoided playing piano. Okay, he avoided playing piano and asked only for the classics in the second year. In the fifth year, now third, fourth, we don't have any detail. In the fifth year, the music of the piano was audible again, and the prisoner asked for wine. So what happened in the fifth year was that in the fifth year the music was audible. In the fifth year the music was audible again, and the prisoner also asked for wine, which he refused in the first year, saying that it will make him desire, and desires are the worst foes of the prisoner. Those who watched him through the window said that all that year he spent doing nothing but eating and drinking and lying on his bed. He spent doing nothing but eating and drinking and lying on his bed, frequently yawning and talking angrily to himself. He did not read books. Sometimes at night he would sit down to write. He would spend hours writing, and in the morning tear up all that he had written. More than once he could be heard crying. So what happened in the fifth year? What happened in the fifth year was that in the fifth year what happened over there? Music was audible again. Okay, he started playing piano again. So piano was audible in the lodge again, and prisoner also asked for wine. Those who ever watched him through the window, he cannot see people, but people could see him, right? So those who ever watched him through that window, they all said that in the fifth year what he did was he ate, drank and lied on the bed. He was eating, drinking and lying on the bed, and frequently yawning and angrily talking to himself. In the fifth year, they were trying to say he became mental. He was talking to himself angrily, frequently yawning, lying on the bed, drinking, eating. That was the thing he did in fifth year. He did not even read books in the fifth year. Okay, sometimes at night he would sit and write something. Okay, spending hours he would write. He spends his hours in writing, and in the morning he write that all in the night, and in the morning he would tear up whatever he had written in that pages. More than once he could be heard crying. More than once he could be heard crying. In the second half of the sixth year, the prisoner began jealously studying languages. Okay, in the second half of the year, the prisoner became jealously studying. Languages. Okay. Jealousy means fervently or devotedly. Jealously means devotedly. So in the second half of the sixth year, in fifth year, he yawned and all, really speak to himself, write something and teared up. But in the second half of the sixth year, means after January, June, July. After June, in maybe till from July to December, second half of the year, what he did was, second half of the sixth year, the prisoner began devotedly studying languages. He started studying languages, philosophy and history. He started devotedly studying languages, history and philosophy. He threw himself eagerly into these studies, so much so that the banker had enough to do to get him the books he ordered. In the course of 4 years, some 600 volumes were procured at his request. In the course of 4 years, some 600 volumes were procured at his request. Okay, it was during this period that the banker received the following letter from his prisoner. It was the time when he received the letter from the prisoner. Banker received the letter from the prisoner. So, banker, the lawyer, the prisoner or the lawyer have written the Letter to whom? Return the letter to the banker. Okay, I have written the letter to the banker in the second half of the 6th year. He said that, my dear jailer, I write you these lines in 6 languages. His first letter, it was his first letter. So in his first letters, what he told to the banker was, my dear jailer. Okay, my dear jailer, I write you these lines in 6 languages. Show them to people who know the languages. Let them read them. If they find not one mistake, I implore you to fire a shot in the garden. That shot will show me that my efforts have not been thrown away. The geniuses of all ages and of all lands speaks different languages, but the same flame burns in them all. Oh, if you only knew what unearthly happiness my soul feels now from being able to understand them. The prisoner's desire was fulfilled. That he told that he had written something in 6 languages, and he told to the banker that, by telling, my dear jailer, he told to the banker that to show his 6 types of languages to 6 different language experts, and if no mistakes were found in his writings, then he would shot one gun, he would shot one fire in the garden, so that he would understand no mistakes had been done. Okay, if mistakes was found, there will not be any sort of gun. The prisoner's desire was also fulfilled. The banker ordered 2 shots to be fired in the garden, as his languages was correct. So then, after the 10th year, the prisoners sat immovably at the table. After the 10th year, so in the second half of the 6th year, what did they do? Second year of the 6th year, they learned 4 years. In the course of 4 years, okay, from 6th to the 10th year, from second half of the 6th to 10th year, what did he did? He learned 600 volumes. Okay, 600 volumes, and also 6 languages and all. He had learned all that things between 6 to 10 years. So after the 10th year, what does the prisoner was sitting immovably at the table and read nothing but the Gospels. He did nothing but the Gospels. Now, what does the Gospels refer to? The first 4 books of the New Testament in the Bible: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. This book tells the story of Jesus' life, teachings, death, and resurrection. Okay, the Gospel was the first 4 books of the New Testament. It seemed strange to the banker that a man who in 4 years had mastered 600 learned volumes should waste nearly a year over one thin book easy of comprehensions. What does the banker thinking? That the banker was thinking that the person who learned 600 volumes learned 600 volumes in the 4th year, wasted nearly 1 year in one thin book easy of comprehensions. Theology and histories of religion followed the Gospels. This is important. Theology and histories of religion followed the Gospels. In the last 2 years of confinement, the prisoner read immense quantity of books quite indiscriminately. At one time, he was busy with the natural sciences, then he would ask for Byron or Shakespeare. In the last 2 years, okay, after the 10th year, in the last 2 years, 11th and 12th year, what did he do? He asked for quite indiscriminately. He asked, he was busy with natural science, he would ask for Byron or Shakespeare. There were notes in which he demanded at the same time books on chemistry, manual of medicines, and a novel, and some treatise on philosophy or theology. Okay, his reading suggested a man swimming in the sea among the wreckage of a ship and trying to save his life by greedily clutching first and one spur than another. The old banker remembered all this and thought, tomorrow at 12 o'clock he will regain his freedom. By our arrangement, I ought to pay him 2 million. If I do pay him, it is all over with me. I shall be utterly ruined. So the banker, the old banker, who was younger at that time, full of money, very rich, now is not that much rich. So what he is telling, that if we will give him that 2 million, then he would be utterly ruined. He will not have any money for his life. He will be a beggar if he will give him that. 15 years before, his millions had been beyond his reckoning, but now he was afraid to ask himself which were greater. Okay, his money or his debts, his assets or his debts. Desperate gambling on the stock exchange, while speculation and the excitability which he could not get over, even in advancing years, had by degrees led to the decline of his fortune, and the proud, fueled, self-confident millionaire had become a banker of middling rank, trembling at every rise and fall in his investments. Cursed bet, muttered the old man, clutching at his head in despair. So this is important. He tell that it was a cursed bet. Old man tell that it was an old man over here, this banker. Cursed bet, he said, cursed bet, clutching his head in despair, and why did not the man die? He is now telling that why did not the man die in this 15 years? He is only 40 now. He will take his last penny. He will take even his last penny from the banker, and he will marry and enjoy his life. Will even gamble on the exchange of his monies, while I shall look at him with envy like a beggar, and hear from him every day the same sentence, I am indebted to you for the happiness of my life. Let me help you, he will tell. Now lawyer will tell, let me help you. No, that is too much. He is even thinking that the one means of being saved from bankruptcy and disgrace is the death of that man. The one which can save him from being bankrupt and disgrace is that the death of the man. If the man will die, and if the lawyer will die, then only he will be able to able to spend his other life happily. So this is what we